What we are trying to do here is inspire ideas around what are different ways we can analyze reports, what are different reports in Marketo, and things around that. So let's get started. Um, I will start with the most basic one, which is the email performance report. I bet most of us have seen this report. It's the most frequently used report. And the usual interpretation of this report is that you want to know how many people did we send email to, how many delivered, right? Then you want to know what kind of engagement did we get, what was the open rate, what was the click rate, things like that. So based on these kind of data, we can know how did our email perform, and then ultimately work to improve that. If there was, let's say, less open rate, then we can think of data quality and subject lines. But if there was less engagement in terms of the clicks in the email, then we can think of maybe more relevant content, maybe more exciting content, right? So that's the kind of analysis which happens usually from this kind of report. Let's try to think of what else we can do with this report. And so in this case, what I've done is, let's say I have exported this report and I'm trying to visualize it. In this case, what I'm trying to see is I'm trying to see what is the volume of my marketing activity over time, right? I want to see like how many people are we sending email to in, let's say, Jan, in Feb, in March, right? So I have a sense of like how much of activity I'm doing, right? Um, you can do this in Excel, you can do it in a variety of tools. So these days, ChatGPT is fun. So I'm doing it in ChatGPT. You can see I prompted it with the request to plot a line plot. And then we can see I have this particular kind of email performance report analysis where we have the marketing activity over time. In this case, you can see like, okay, when was uh, the which month was more active versus which month was less active, and then based on that you can have different kind of conversations with stakeholders that okay, we did a lot of activity in Feb but we did lesser in March. Maybe you want to have more activity in April. Maybe you have already received a lot of good response and you want to plan and double down on whatever worked in February, right? I mean, there is a variety of things you can talk about and improve on. So you can see like there's this basic email performance reports, and with just one step, you have a very different kind of visual, which will help you talk with different stakeholders to inform them on what is happening, and you also promote yourself, right? You also let them know what you are doing and what kind of impact you are making, and you also involve them in your understanding to co-work to formulate strategies for future. So it works both ways.